It had been so long since she was a me instead of a we. She looked around at the condo she had fought so hard for. The marble floors that they couldn't agree on. She'd wanted slate, he'd wanted marble. At the modern light fixtures that he'd gotten his way on. At even the tan wall colors. She'd wanted gray. Why had she even wanted this place? It was all fad, and none of Genevieve. A sense of exuberance, a strange jubilation welled up in her as she searched online for a realtor, and then dialed the phone. Bubbles of excitement swelled in her belly as she arranged a time for the realtor to come see the place. And then again, as she stared at a map. Unlike Thad, someone who had spent years building up his legal practice and honing his networking skills in this one city, she could work from anywhere. She wrote novels. She could work in Antarctica if she wanted to. She didn't want to, but she could. She already had a plan. She knew where she was going and what she was doing. She just had to have the courage to do it. She picked up the phone and called her only sister, Megan. "Meg, I'm moving home." Her sister paused. "Home as in Cedarburg?" There was a long, pregnant pause now. Why would you want to move back to Wisconsin? You haven't lived there in 18 years since I left for college. Yes. But why? I don't know, Jen said honestly. I just feel a need to get back to my roots. I love Chicago, but the traffic and the noise. She stared out from her 20th floor windows again. Even from up here, even though the vehicles looked like matchbox cars, she could still hear the honking. This feels like that. I want to feel like me. There's nothing there, Meg said carefully. Nothing but fields and cold and friendly people, Jen interrupted. And our parents, and familiarity and open spaces, and distance from Thad. But I won't be there, Meg reminded her gently. I'm not moving back. I think you need to be near me, Jen. You need a support system. Divorce is no joke. I know that, Jen said patiently. I'm the one living it. You're still with your Prince Charming and .5 children living the American dream, and I'm the one sitting in an empty condo. She fought to keep the bitterness out of her voice as she compared Meg's bustling, messy home to her own stark and empty condo in her mind's eye. I'll tell Joey that you're counting him as a .5, Meg chuckled. Well, he's only 5, so it's fitting. I mean, honestly, he's not a whole person yet. They laughed again, and then Meg sobered up. Is this really something you want to do? Jen nodded. Yeah, I think so. Meg took a big breath. Well, let's do it then. I'll help you with your condo and finding a moving company and looking online for a house there. And hell's bells, we've got a lot to do. You don't have to help with all that. Jen trailed off, but Meg interrupted with her lifelong pact. Sisters forever, she decreed. They'd used that pact since they were kids. Whenever one didn't want to do something, the other would remind them, sisters forever. And they would concede. Jen realized she wasn't going to get away with not letting Meg get her hands in all the new plans. Sisters forever, she agreed. But first, you promised to go to my convention with me, Meg reminded her. Jen hesitated. Don't tell me you forgot. New York City, spa days, shopping. You need a new wardrobe, sis. And nights on the town. You promised. Jen paused again, and Megan cajoled. Please, we need this. You need this. It can be your divorce party. Okay, Jen found herself saying. Fine.